Happy New Year everyone! I've updated the Larsson Line tracking for Bitcoin for 2022 and the new score is at least 656x return and probably more, around 1000x, versus 63x with HODL. But that's not the main point. Everyone focuses on this, that it's provided so much better return, but that's really isn't the main value. Now that we're at beginning of yet another year, let's take a step back. I created this in early 2018, and since then the functionality has only been optimized for speed. This is forward testing. From here, updated year by year, now for the 5th year. It doesn't change backwards. You can check it for yourself. The tracking here goes back to 2015. And while the scorecard now has outperformed HODL by more than 10x, the real difference is much bigger than that. Can you figure out why? Hold that thought for a minute and we'll come back to it. Let's first look at the tracking for only the last 5 years, 2018 to 2020, from beginning of 2018 to the end of 2022. And January 1st, 2018 closed at 13,480. Coincidentally, pretty much exactly the exit level from this exit here. So let's take that one to make it easy to calculate. Then if you take these trades that followed from there and multiply this, you get a return of 13x. While if you HODL'd those 5 years, you have a return of less than 1.3x. And that's before taking inflation into account. So in some sense, you have barely made any gains at all by hodling Bitcoin for 5 years, while arguably taking a giant risk. Not a great risk reward if you ask me. But even that, 13x versus 1.3x or something, isn't the main value either. So what is it? The real value is risk mitigation, because no one just buys once, day one, and then never buys anything more. I got a taste of crypto success when I invested 5k into Bitcoin on January 1st, 2021. It doubled in a week and I was hooked. First went my savings, then my wife's savings, then my wife's Roth IRA. We planned on buying our first home with that money. Our portfolio about 5x'd. Then we saw the first major pullback in May. I began leverage trading, and before I knew it, we had $0 left. I tried to avoid paying capital gains taxes on my crypto profits, buying another citizenship in a place I've never even visited for $100,000, and gave up my US citizenship. Crypto was down 20% when I could finally sell tax-free, so I held, hoping it would go back up. So I could sell where I planned to and wanted to months before. I lost over 600,000 since then. I have no home, no job, no license, no degree, nothing. I'm living off the 13k I have left and regret absolutely everything. I just want to go home. I lost everything and more. Slowly at first, but then eventually all in. I put every dime I had into projects I now see I didn't really understand. With the maniac highs of a bull market, I needed more. I took all the debt I could. I didn't care about the interest rates. Look at my returns. It didn't matter. I was going to be rich. It's all gone. I'm worse than broke. I was going to be as wealthy as I could ever dream. Now I'm in debt beyond my wildest dreams. For someone who his whole life has had it together, it's still hard to process how quickly I tore it all apart. When Bitcoin was at 62, my mom asked me if she should invest. I was so confident that we'd be seeing 200k or even 300k based on the predictions of big accounts that I said she absolutely should. Without me knowing, she put her entire life savings into it. Her retirement money is almost completely gone, and I don't know what to tell her, but to continue holding for the next cycle. We're not gonna make it, I guess. Started leverage trading just over a month ago. Went from $1,500 to 70k, then lost it. Sold all our investments to try to get it back, then lost all that. Took all our savings and lost that. It was for a business we were building. Now have nothing, and my wife is spending money like we still have it all. 200k gone, don't eat or sleep, can barely work. The real value of having this process is capital preservation. No one just buys once the first day they discover Bitcoin and then just HODL that forever, never buying anything more. No one. That's why the real difference is much bigger than it looks here. Because without the process, without the methodology, all these people will buy more when they feel the most euphoric, which is at the top. Then they will HODL it down, because everyone is predicting this and that price target. The real value of this process is that you avoid HODLing on the way down. It's a capital preservation process, risk mitigation. Sounds much more boring than 10x this and 100x that, until you've almost lost all your money the first time. Then suddenly capital preservation and risk management becomes pretty sexy. HODLing on the way down sucks. By the way, if you completed the course and haven't ordered your free HODL Sucks socks, make sure to do so. You'll find the instructions in the Discord server. Anyone can do an indicator that works backwards on past data, but I made this one in 2018. This is all forward testing, and now it worked for the 5th year in a row. So everyone who says that my course package is expensive, yeah, sure. But looking at the history, no matter when you joined, it has paid for itself 10 or 100 or 1,000 times over, depending on your position size. If you took it to heart and followed it, even just for Bitcoin. And this is not just for Bitcoin. The difference is even bigger, even more extreme for the altcoins. So it's a pretty proud moment, I must say, that I could give you guys this 5th year of these kinds of results. We nailed the exit on 13th December 2021 with the Larsson Line blue flip at Bitcoin 49,000. Then we had a small fake, but we got out of it at almost plus minus zero. And we avoided this entire 2022 drawdown. I hope it brought you a lot of value. I don't know if it's obvious, but when you stick your neck out in public like this, you get a lot of criticism. Then it feels extra good to be able to give you this. Whatever happens in the future, no one can say that this process and toolset hasn't absolutely been spot on, nailing 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, and now 2022. And I've shared the highlights with you guys here, so thanks for being here. I hope you're entertained. But will it work for 2023? Who knows? I don't know. I can't predict the future. Past performance is not a guarantee for future results, as it always says in all disclaimers. And it's true, you don't have to use it. But going into 2023, I'm going to use it myself, because I have much higher confidence in a reactive process that reacts to what actually happens on the market rather than a predictive process. The young boys like Plan B who tried to take price action from 2010 to 2020 when stock markets have been in an absolutely straight line up on the logarithmic scale. Larsson Line has been gold the whole time on Nasdaq, and we've had zero interest rates and this crazy bull run, and then applied that to a completely different macroeconomic environment. Got a hard awakening in late 2021 and in 2022. And from what I can read, most of these people didn't learn anything, so they will probably redo the same mistake in 2023. Or they know it doesn't work, but they go on social media and tell people what they want to hear for engagement, which they can profit on in all kinds of ways. The truth is that they can't predict the future. And I can't either. But education works. Timeless principles will remain timeless. That I can guarantee. I can also promise you another thing, which is in my power to guarantee. Today, if you've taken the course, you get free access to the indicator. Going into 2023, I've not revised the indicator, but if the macroeconomic environment is such that I feel I should revise it to version 3, you will get access to the revised version as well for free. That I can promise you. I can also guarantee you one more thing. There are more and more impersonations and copycats popping up. That stuff doesn't work. None of them have gotten it right, and I'm not gonna educate them on what they did wrong. So don't waste your money on a scam that doesn't work. You don't need to buy the indicator. You get it for free when you do the course and join as a member for knowledge sharing. Don't get scammed. Don't waste your money. My only website where you can get this on is www.ctolarsson.com. Looking at the price action today, it's actually very, very exciting. Past couple of days, we reclaimed this key level that acted as an impenetrable resistance last week of December, when it had flipped resistance after being support before. Now, that broke through, and we're now heading up towards the next resistance level, which we're exactly at right now. If we reclaim that, we're already above this area, and because we've had this long, nice consolidation here, it won't take much for Larsson Line to flip back gold. We got our exit here at 49,000 on 13th of December 2021. Now imagine if we could get the gold flip all the way down here. Flip this main 18,600 resistance. Get a real solid entry with invalidation protection below. Trend up, and then a real rally up from these much lower levels without risking holding all the way down. Wouldn't that be sweet? Let's see. 2022 was probably my most successful year ever professionally, and I think 2023 will be even better. I'm just back from 2 weeks holiday in Vietnam with the family, and I have 2 great videos from there lined up. Like and subscribe, and see you in the next video. Thank you, tack. CTO Larsson out. Hej då!